they interpret it as a warning shot, that it's Meghan saying, don't you think about stripping us of our titles, which, remember, is something which has been talked about.
Hello, my darlings. Welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales, your go-to channel for all things Sussex. And if you're new here, welcome. You're in the right place for insightful, fair and thoughtful discussions about Meghan and Harry. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to support the channel, show some love with a super thanks. We appreciate every bit of your support. Now let's get into today's discussion, because once again, Meghan's name has become the centre of royal drama. But is this really a controversy? Or just another overreaction from the usual critics? Let's break it down. Among the many controversies that have engulfed Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, one stands out for its sheer triviality, her choice to be known simply as Meghan Sussex. This seemingly innocuous decision ignited a firestorm of criticism, with royal commentator Richard Eden leading the charge. Eden, known for his often critical views on the Sussexes, wasted no time in denouncing Meghan's choice as a snub to the royal family. He argued that it was a departure from tradition, a blatant disregard for royal protocol. According to Eden, by choosing to omit her title, Meghan was making a deliberate statement, one that signalled her disdain for the institution she married into. This, he claimed, was yet another example of Meghan's disrespectful behaviour towards the monarchy. Eden's comments, while not surprising given his history of negative commentary on Meghan, struck a nerve with many. They reignited the debate about Meghan's place within the royal family and the constant scrutiny she faces. Was this truly an act of defiance, as Eden suggested? Or was it, as some argued, a simple matter of personal preference? The answer perhaps lies somewhere in between. To understand the absurdity of Eden's critique, one must first delve into the labyrinth of royal titles and traditions. Eden conveniently ignores the fact that there is no rule, written or unwritten, that dictates how a royal must be addressed in informal settings. Furthermore, he fails to acknowledge that Meghan's choice is not unprecedented. Princess Diana, often hailed as the people's princess, frequently chose to be known simply as Diana, after her divorce from Prince Charles. Eden's argument rests on the premise that Meghan's choice is a calculated act of rebellion. He paints her as a cunning manipulator, deliberately flouting tradition to undermine the monarchy. This narrative, however, ignores the very real possibility that Meghan's decision is driven by something far simpler, a desire for authenticity. By choosing to be known as Meghan Sussex, she is embracing her identity as a modern woman, one who refuses to be defined solely by her royal title. The controversy surrounding Meghan's name highlights a glaring double standard within the British media and public. While Meghan is vilified for the slightest perceived misstep, other members of the royal family who have committed far more egregious offences are often met with leniency. Take, for instance, Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall. Her affair with Prince Charles while he was still married to Princess Diana was a scandal of epic proportions, one that shook the monarchy to its core. Yet, Camilla has since been welcomed into the royal fold, her past transgressions largely forgotten. Similarly, Prince Andrew, Duke of York, has faced intense scrutiny over his association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Despite the seriousness of the allegations against him, Andrew continues to enjoy a position of privilege within the royal family. The contrast between the treatment of Meghan and that of Camilla and Andrew is stark. It speaks volumes about the implicit biases that persist within British society. Meghan, a biracial American woman, is held to a different standard, one that is steeped in racism and xenophobia. Her every move is dissected and analysed, her motives questioned at every turn. This is not to say that Camilla and Andrew should be subjected to the same level of vitriol as Meghan. Rather, it is to highlight the hypocrisy of a system that affords certain individuals preferential treatment while demonising others. Names hold immense power. They are inextricably linked to our identities, our histories, and our legacies. In the context of royalty, names carry even greater weight. They are not merely personal identifiers, but symbols of lineage, tradition, and power. When Meghan Markle married Prince Harry, she did not simply become his wife, she became Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. This title, laden with centuries of history, instantly transformed her public persona, placing her within a specific lineage and granting her a certain status. However, it is important to remember that behind the titles and the pomp and circumstance, royals are still human beings with individual identities and aspirations. Meghan's choice to be known as Meghan Sussex can be interpreted as an attempt to reconcile her personal identity with her royal role. It is a way for her to acknowledge her place within the monarchy while also asserting her individuality. The constant scrutiny and criticism faced by Meghan have turned her every decision into a battleground. Her choice of clothing, her parenting style, her charitable endeavours, all have been dissected and debated ad nauseum. This relentless negativity serves no purpose other than to fuel the flames of division and perpetuate a toxic cycle of scrutiny and judgment. It is time to move beyond this battlefield mentality and recognise that Meghan's choices are not attacks on the monarchy. They are simply reflections of her personal preferences and her desire to navigate her unique role in a way that feels authentic to her. Instead of viewing her every move through the lens of conflict, we should strive to understand the motivations behind her decisions and respect her right to make choices that align with her values. The relentless attacks on Meghan Markle, fueled by baseless accusations and fueled by a toxic combination of sexism, racism and classism, must stop. It is time to treat the Duchess of Sussex with the respect and dignity she deserves. Her choice to be known as Meghan Sussex is not a threat to the monarchy, nor is it a sign of disrespect. It is simply a personal preference, one that should be respected like any other. Let us remember that behind the titles and the tiaras, royals are human beings with feelings, aspirations and vulnerabilities. It is time to stop turning Meghan's every decision into a controversy and allow her the space to define her own role within the royal family. Let Meghan be